Do you ever get that feeling that the world is running out of gold? I don't mean that normal thesis we work on, gold, silver investors that we've known for decades regarding the value of the precious metals. I mean, right now, as you read current news stories, do you ever get a gut feeling, like an inner knowing that we're approaching quickly a point where there could be a mad rush for gold and for silver? I read a couple news reports last night that kind of sparked that feeling in me once again. I want to share those with you. They are very interesting, but there's a number of factors that we also need to consider that all point to the fact that the world might be waking up, right? All this money printing, all this debt that's in the system, the world may be rushing to gold. Let's talk about it right now. What do you say we head over to India, where we know they love gold, and most recently they've loved silver, importing unbelievable amounts of silver during the year 2022. But when we look at gold, we got a report last night from Reuters which said basically imports of gold at India have ground to a halt. That because of demand in other parts of the world, places like Turkey, places like the UK, big suppliers of gold to India have basically shut off the tap. As a matter of fact, they're saying that right now, gold inventories available for sale in India are only 10% of what they were last year. This is creating a condition of scarcity for gold within India. And let's head over to the United Kingdom, where the situation is not much better. We're getting reports from major gold bullion dealers, shortages of coins, shortages of bars. They are saying that demand for gold bullion in the United Kingdom has increased exponentially. What does this tell us? I mean, what does that mean when there's not enough gold to go around? There's not enough in the UK. There's not even enough for these big investment banks to ship any to India, right? Which is traditionally one of the biggest hubs of demand for gold. What is that telling us? But let's consider some more facts about what's going on in the gold market. Before we do that, I want to mention one thing. Gold may be scarce, gold may be beautiful, but it's not as unique as you from wherever in the world you right now are joining me. I appreciate your time and honor the fact that you've decided to join me right here in the basement right now. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe to the video, to the channel. You can give the video a thumbs up. You can turn on bell notifications, leave a comment in the comment section below. It gives us an opportunity to get to know you, and we can learn from you. Your thoughts are important. Now let's get back to the video. Wouldn't it appear that gold is actually becoming even more scarce? But let's take a step back. Let's zoom out a little bit and look at a couple other things that are going on in the world that point to a more robust demand picture for our friend gold, and by default, silver as well. Let me remind you that the Eastern countries, led by Russia, are doing two things: setting up their own reserve currency, which will be backed by physical assets, including things like silver and gold, and Moscow is in the process of establishing their own central trading hub market to compete with the LBMA in London and the COMEX here in the United States of America, so that they can set in Moscow their own spot price for things like gold and silver. And throughout the world, the central banks, the gods, the authoritarian rulers of our current monetary currency system, they continue to A, hold gold, and B, be net buyers of gold. As a matter of fact, the central banks of the world have been net buyers of gold for over 10 years. What does that tell us about the value of gold? Look at their actions, not necessarily their words. Put the pieces together, and it makes for a bright future for our friend gold and silver. And we continue to see premiums paid above spot price to acquire an ounce of gold, to acquire an ounce of silver, an ounce of platinum, an ounce of palladium. Those premiums are either at or above all-time record highs. I mean, come on, what is that telling us? The only way that dealers could charge premiums that high is if the demand is there and people, because they want the metal so bad, are willing to pay it. And what does that tell us? That tells us that throughout the world, right? Because the market for precious metals, it's not just in your little local town, wherever you may be. It's not in your country. It's a worldwide market. Precious metals have been valuable basically always and everywhere. And throughout the world, it appears one by one, little by little, more people are joining us, waking up and realizing that all this money that's been printed, that dilutes, that weakens the value of the paper currencies, all the debt that's been piled up. I mean, the world has more debt than ever before. There's a rush. People are realizing that the debt and the paper money are becoming worth less, but real assets like silver, like gold, like platinum, palladium, oil, land, a lot of other things, they are always what they are. They have intrinsic value. The future does look bright for the price of the precious metals. I'll be here for you through it all. Don't forget to come back. Until next time, you be well.